queen hunting mid-game. Original idea is to take the knight and ISO the pawn there. Black decides to say no. Plan B, of course, is to take the bishop. We've got a pretty open board. After queen takes, debated between playing bishop here or bishop here. This has some benefits in that it can be used to attack, and it's not as close to the center, so it can't be hampered by pawns, and it also defends a rook, but I've already got a rook defending, so decided to go out to here. Idea is to set up a trap with the rook. The other idea, of course, was to take the bishop and play that, right? That's not working here. So after debating between putting the queen back, but I figured if the queen got played back, it might offer a trade, which I didn't want to do. I guess I could have overloaded there potentially, but decided not to do that instead. Decided to pull back to b3 with the idea of bringing in a rook. After the queen moved, I changed my plan from bringing a rook over here and then doing discovery with the bishop to using the rook to protect the bishop, because we would like to get the bishop out to here. That's why if I had played bishop here, I would have had this. Of course, I got to worry about the pawns, right? So idea was rook to d1. Okay, and the idea is basically get as much pressure on the queen as possible. Of course, decide to go with the bishop right here, putting pressure on the queen and moving the queen over. Now we've got to worry about a little threat here. Let's say we play something like this. Well, I guess we got a queen protecting it, but that was one threat that you need to be concerned about, because if that queen, let's say the queen had moved in that spot, let's say the queen had moved like here or something like that. Okay, now we got to worry about a checkmate threat. We can't capture sideways because the pawn is pinned. So that could have been a problem there, but we avoided it. So the next plan here is to use the queen to do a rook lift and get the rook to put more pressure on the queen. After this setup right here, yeah, we're probably going to lose our bishop. There is a fork threat on our queen, and yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to attack with the rook right there. Was prepared for something like this, although black loses material in that spot and doesn't do anything. So instead, black moved its queen out of the way, which did. Now, there was a combo. I thought about taking with the rook. I decided not to, because after, let's say this, we have that set up there. And then, well, yeah, the queen is threatened, but, you know, they could block with a pawn. And okay, maybe something like this. We pull back. We've got defense. But instead, decided to basically take with the bishop there. And then pull the bishop back. Threaten the rook, of course. Pull the bishop back. Now we got to worry about our back row, which is okay. We're going to pull the bishop back after the king goes after it there. Idea here is to slide in the queen after black moves its bishop. And the idea behind moving the bishop for black is to activate both its rooks. So now we slide our queen over. Black likes to go for the pin. That's okay. We've got leverage here. We've got a bishop that protects one of these squares. We're going to take the rook and threaten the queen. And the next idea right here was, okay, we could go this way, but if we go here, king's got like 3 options. Typically, the less options, the better. I mean, we could, let's say king goes here, we check. White could defend, or black could defend with queen, right? Okay, so instead of that, what I elected to do in this spot is to check with the queen. The reason I check with the queen is we're threatening checkmate. There's only one move. Black has to block with the queen, and we're going to win the queen because we've got a bishop. We've got discovery, and we're just going to simply sacrifice our rook here. And then black is forced to move or take. It takes. It's better to capture with the queen in this spot. If you'll notice, if we take with the bishop, there is some discovery options here, but Basically, black has two options that don't involve discovery. Of course, you can do something like this. Well, you get the idea, right? So instead, I elected to take with the queen here and then limit the king to one option.